Oh yeah, I forgot these two actually matter in the plot.
Oh yeah.
Well,
two
one of
random
them-
ladies go
wait.
shopping in the middle of nowhere.
Well, one of them matter. The other is Princess Elise.
I thought you were gonna say, well, the other one's Amy. Amy actually has less to do in this plot than she does.
I don't care. I fucking hate Elise.
Now that Amy's little arc, which Silver's got, Amy eyes up there.
Wait, you're not Elise, the princess of
You
Soliana,
really
are
couldn't
you?
recognize her with the crown, ancient gown, and the name tag that says, I really would rather not be here right now.
Yeah.
I just thought her name was Squidward.
No one wants to be an Elise.
So, hey, who's ready for a little bit of filler?
Yeah, pretty much.
Some feelings.
Oh, and by the way, this
That's not the reason we're doing this commentary to
wait,
begin
hang on.
with.
Oh, and by the way, this is the part where Amy's pretty much outright confirming that yes, she has a crush on Sonic.
Every little moment in
Yep.
your life is
Is
In
that...
case that wasn't obvious enough already.
Uh,
Aww.
I just
Okay,
realized
that
I
was
never-
kinda
I just
cute,
realized
but-
they never modeled a neck for her.
Have you already
Like she let her head out like ridiculously, and like there's no neck.
a one-way love.
you're right. They
Well, to be
don't.
fair, did she ever have a neck?
She doesn't boom.
Well, I'm just saying in context of her just stretching her head out like that and making it look like, well, it's disembodied with the rest of her body. It's kind of
You
like
do realize you're
Gotcha.
talking about Sonic, right?
I know. It's almost as glaring.
Actually, real quick,
Okay, go ahead.
I just thought of something real quick. It's like they're bonding over the sky. That's like, you like someone, do you? Oh no, and it's like Amy doesn't know what it is. I just like to think that right after that, it's like, so who's this lucky guy? Well, I'm not sure if you know him or not, but he's this blue hedgehog. You will die.
Yes,
Also,
that is
can,
exactly
also, can
what
I,
I'm thinking.
also, I was gonna say actually even more funnier than that. Okay, not actually funny. That is really funny. But I'm saying actually kind of odder than that is
More odd.
Yeah, here we have this moment. It's just kind of like. Anyone else just realized that somehow the pacing just kind of went crazy? Because at first it was all like, oh, look,
they
girls
sing.
bonding over things. Robot invasion.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey.
that pacing
And now we're
was...
suddenly able to defend her.
This game
Alright.
comes right out of nowhere.
Interesting random fact. The actress for Elise is now the current actress for Zatanna.
I know, you told us about that.
Oh, Lacey Chabert is
Yeah,
Zatanna?
she's-
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Go after the commander.
Yeah, she voices her in Justice League Action. And she technically started off in Young Justice.
Yep. Start off.
Interesting.
She voices.
That's the magician girl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
She voices
That's
her.
her.
In,
Yeah.
She voices
Watch
her.
this.
She voices her in Young Justice, Gods Among Us.
Injustice
wait,
1?
Yeah, Injustice, and Justice League Action, and a few others. Oh yeah, Infinite Crisis.
One
Oh,
thing that's
cool.
very beneficial of Amy's Pico hammer is if you get close enough to a character, the hitbox can last long enough for you to do 2 hits with 1 swing.
I guess that's convenient enough.
Anyway,
But yeah, also, real quick, just going back to Miss Chabert real quick. I like her as Zatanna, though for me, the role I'm always going to associate her with is Gwen Stacy from Spectacular Spider-Man, and I really hope there comes a day where she eventually gets to play Spider-Gwen.
Oh, that would
yeah.
be cool.
Meanwhile, while they were doing some useless filler, Rouge was on her way because she remembered that Shadow accidentally stayed behind in the future, and since I guess Chaos Emeralds are used up like freaking arcade tokens every single time a time portal was made, I don't get it either. Shadow is now lost in the future without a Chaos Emerald. She's like, oh crap, he'll never last on his own.
Well,
completely forgetting
hold
that
on.
style.
Hold on. I think he still has one Chaos Emerald. She just took the other. Or actually, no.
No,
No, wait. Or
They
no,
used
maybe
both of them.
no. She took the Chaos Emerald.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. He handed
Also-
it to her on their way out the portal.
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
Either way, it'll cause some chaos.
Ha.
Pretty much.
Heh.
Anyway,
Also,
she throws bombs again, and I will say that again, the big, gosh, let's slow down. Again, if you know the layout of this level, it's really easy. If you don't know the layout of this level, you'll be
Hello.
wandering around like mad, trying to know where to find, because the level design's not that good.
You think this
I'm
game would
actually
run better or
disappointed.
worse on the Switch?
It would not run. It won't. It just will not. It won't even run. It won't even be a matter of if it runs better or worse. It just won't.
By the way, you were saying, Steve?
oh, but yeah, just going back to the thing about, like, using the Chaos Emeralds and whatnot, to be fair, ever since they were even introduced, the series has always been a little bit vague on how exactly the Emeralds are, like, used up and whatnot, and what kind of stipulations are required for using them.
Well, the most common thing is that they're essentially the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
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 I'm surprised people never made that same connection. 7 ancient artifacts. When
They
you gather
have.
them, you get.
Everybody
Everyone
has
has.
made that
I'm
connection.
surprised no one ever gets mad at Sega about it. That hey, you're being unoriginal.
Because they've been doing it since the series' inception.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
like a parody. Hey, Omega, in the present. Bear in mind, this is not the past, future.
Hi,
Whatever,
Omega.
This
Hopefully
is the
your
present,
voice isn't
Omega.
horribly butchered here.
This is a charming little place.
It isn't.
It's a little blocky for my taste.
4 things you said.
Are you serious?
4 things you just said were incorrect.
Take a drink. Actually,
Oh, that
God,
close up.
sorry,
Fucking
took a
hate
little
this
drink
voice.
there.
It's not. I mean, it is robotic, but I prefer the deep. Rouge the bat. Situation understood.
Well,
What
then,
would you
all
like
right.
me to do?
Actually, question.
The thing about Omega is that his voice is supposed to be aggressive, gravelly. He's supposed to be the best.
He was.
Wait.
Yeah, he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the ultimate robot that was decommissioned because he was too dangerous to be used by Eggman.
And here he just sounds like Danger Will Robinson. Danger Will Robinson.
He's just Gamma again, and I don't want another Gamma. I want Omega.
Not even Gamma, dude. This feels like
No,
this
he's
feels
not
like
even Gamma.
This feels like Gamma on helium.
No, but I mean, like he's so
Well-
passive and just very much like by the rules, like Gamma is.
You mean
Anyway.
you mean no personality
Anyway.
at all?
Anyway, interesting little plot point is that she actually is using time travel kind of intelligently. Remember how in the past, present. Remember how earlier in the game when we were in the future,
Yeah.
they found Omega just decommissioned in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out this is why he was just inactive in the middle of a city. He wasn't fighting anyone. Rouge literally just gave him a Chaos Emerald, told him to sit someplace, and said, "I'll be back after dinner," and never came back after dinner for over 200 years.
Oh no.
And now we go back to the future, where, yeah, it's just these two assholes now.
Decided to void
By the
your
way,
return.
Steve, you were gonna say
Proto,
something.
You? Why are you here?
Well, first off, hello,
Did you
Proto
ruin
Infinite.
This world? The answer is yes.
I am not weak.
Second.
That actually is his arc. Anyway, the second thing?
Perhaps it's better to show you.
The second thing was just going back to
Oh,
the voice that they
there.
used for Omega real quick. It's kind of funny that you guys made the comparison to Gamma, because I was actually about to ask, you know, had we not had that first voice to begin with, would you say that that voice would be suitable for Gamma?
I don't know.
I guess.
I don't
mean,
know. Gamma, I'd say a little bit, because Gamma isn't supposed to be as aggressive or bloodthirsty as Omega. Like,
Right.
Actually,
nowhere
voice
near so.
Gamma.
Good question, actually.
I don't remember. I do know that a variation of Gamma called, I think it's Chaos Gamma, he was voiced by John St. John in Sonic Battle.
because go figure, they already had him on board for Omega.
Oh yeah, by the way, he's trying to do the whole "Join me, we can rule the galaxy." Do it. And he's the guy because he's trying to say that after Iblis Flame after he ruined everything, everyone looked to Shadow because hey, who's gonna look at the blue hedgehog? No,
Actually-
the dark freaking evil ones.
Wait, I feel like after the whole conversation, I go like,
Do it
I'll join you if you can answer me one question.
Forgive
What's
humanity
that?
this folly.
If it's
No,
about
how can you talk if you have no mouth?
I determine my own.
Okay,
explodes.
okay, the joke I was actually about to say is that I have one, I'll join you, but if you answer one
And?
question, if it's about the
Oh.
damn fourth Chaos Emerald, you can forget it.
Gosh dang it!
Look at him.
God.
And just
It's
going to
Zodic.
say,
No, it's
time-
not Zodic.
Wait, next time, people, let me finish my joke before you make your own.
Very
Sorry, but look, it's
Let's
Zodic,
see if you
everyone.
can entertain
Zodic the Hellhog? Really?
Whoever he is.
You don't know Zodic the hell? Oh crap, he's our shadow.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Actually, pretty interesting effect.
Yeah, it is an interesting
Also-
fact.
Also,
We can see 'em.
I absolutely
get
love
light
this
orbs.
song.
Oh yeah, it's pretty haunting, but it fits the battle scene very well.
So what I'm trying to do, and this is why this fight can drag, is you need to build up enough light energy to send off a Chaos Blast, and then I can get him out of my shadow.
Yeah, get him off your back, so to speak. Hey,
you're-
hey!
Yeah, you pretty much want to build up your drive gauge to activate the
Bad
chaos
touch. Bad
chaos
touch.
boost, and then that's
These off of me!
I need an adult.
Detonates.
I need an adult.
I think they're gonna detonate soon unless I get them
Now,
off
what were
me.
you saying about Zodic?
There they go.
Oh no! Oh
Detonating.
no! Oh.
Oh cool. Oh cool. I was able to, since I was attacking, I had iframes.
Anyway,
Says you.
Zodic is a character from a game called Illbleed, which was Dreamcast exclusive, had most of the voice actors from the Sonic games, and one of the bosses you get to face in that game is quite literally a giant hellish abomination that looks like Sonic.
Like it even does spin dashes.
wait,
it
I
even
remember
has
that
range.
now.
It's a whole thing, and it's a very
Okay, it's like I
it's kind of a dark
like, I
comedy
know the game you're
places and
talking
actually
about,
has
it
some
just took
pretty
me,
creepy
to-
monster designs.
yeah, it's like I know what game you were talking about. It just took me a second to realize. Wait, that thing had a name.
Yes, they say Zodic, you won't get away with it. But no, it's actually a really creepy game. It has some creepy boss designs.
Yeah, it can be very unsettling at times, and yeah, I will admit the Hellhog fight itself is a bit unsettling, if
Here we
only just for the
go.
music, and, well, just how
There we go.
creepily Zodic actually acts on his own.
He looks weird.
I mean, he's huge!
Okay, so once again, just try and get close to him by using your ability to dash into things. But yeah, but once you get enough for a Chaos Blast, the fight's easy.
Okay, game. Okay, now we're back.
Ow.
Boom.
Oh, the facial animations are so funny.
Yeah.
2.
Oh,
Those stubby legs.
Oh, look at that. Late to the party as always.
200 years late. You can turn off the minigun.
Now is designated time.
You couldn't have given it to us earlier and stopped this whole thing, Omega?
I shall assist.
Did you have to wait for this exact... Oh, whatever. So now we get to control Omega.
Well, to be fair, he had... Well, to be fair, he probably...
I was
He was
about
just
to-
on his way here while Shadow was, you know, beating,
Oh, yeah,
beating
you're
the
getting
crap
it
out of
right.
him.
Yeah.
So let me say your best attack with Omega is to jump and do Omega Shot.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Area of effects, grenades, you get the idea.
By the way, just... I love the sound effect every time they try and run into you.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what I say about Omega's voice. I hate his voice, but I... No respect to Matty Blessing. Yeah, may they rest in peace.
Yeah.
Why did you have to end on such a sour note?
Was this like her literal last role?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
It's like, stop,
Well,
they're
when did she
already
pass away?
dead.
Come on.
And don't worry, the camera...
Yes!
Crap.
Oh my goodness, the evil eye! I love the evil eye! I'm sorry.
What the hell was that?
What was that?
Like, I'm sorry that I just cussed like that, but no, really, what the hell was that?
I'm sorry. Okay,
Where's the
I used to play-
context?
I
I just
had a
pull some
thing for
move that
Mephiles
was
one
just-
time. And I love his evil laugh.
Oh, so
Honey,
you were...
I'm
so
sorry,
you were-
it's not what it looks like.
So you were fangasming over the laugh that just happened?
Yes.
Okay, that actually scared me. I was like, what the hell? Like, did you see something? Did something happen? He
I'm
does
sorry,
have a
I'm
nice
really
laugh,
sorry.
but
I won't do it again.
okay. I gotta check the waveform on that.
I will
Oh, the
edit. I will
squeal.
edit that.
You know what? That I will also say, if that's how you react from just a standard evil laugh, I'm both frightened and oddly curious to see how you react to that laugh.
Okay,
I'll see it.
the last voice, the last thing that Maddie did was apparently a
Go ahead.
Yu-Gi-Oh movie back in 2010.
You gotta like get that.
Oh, well, who would they voice it?
They
That was
voiced
a
a
weird
character
bounce.
named Sartorius. I have no idea
Anyway,
who that is.
look, we
Gotcha.
got her and we killed him.
But how do you kill that of which is a god?
How do you kill?
What is a god to a non-believer? Sorry.
Oh, but look, he's gonna send us home with a time portal because he's just like, screw you guys.
And stop it. And stop. Okay.
Nope, he's just gonna let him go through. He's a nice guy. And these things
Well, I was about-
have a weird rule.
Yeah, I was about to say he was already going through there. They were just running after him.
And how miraculous we end up back here.
At the exact same
Yep.
time, at the exact same place, and not in the center of the earth, which is what I would have done to trick them.
Yeah, seriously.
It appears Mephiles is no longer here. I will
You know this guy. You know what this guy's voice sounds like to me.
What?
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 You can run.
But you
But you can't hide.
But you can't hide.
And where else collide?
Agreed.
Like
Now
it
you
sounds
got
like
me.
that.
Meanwhile, back at
know
back
what
at
things-
Soliana Castle.
Oh, that's a castle. Look, just
Also,
I was about to.
Also, one more thing. I just find it interesting that fucking Vic Mignogna is the current voice
Oh.
of Omega and can do a better
wow.
job.
So everything that Amy did was utterly pointless, useless, did not add anything to the plot, and the security for Soliana Castle sucks.
Yeah.
I've been waiting so patiently
Anyway,
for your return,
since you made that comparison with the whole Yokan run, now, thanks a lot, now I'm just imagining Tom Kenny voicing Omega, because that actually was Tom Kenny who did that.
I know it was, and I'm saying that's why I thought it was Tom Kenny who did him here. Anyway, let's go look for Rouge. Oh wait, hang on.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think if he used a variant of his Cliff voice, he could probably theoretically pull it off. At least
Get
better
Chaos
than this.
Lance. So
And
that's a better Chaos. New Chaos Spear.
Again,
That's good.
still going to say I find it interesting that Vic Mignogna is the current prince of Omega, which he does. He does a good job. Though to be fair, it's just him using a robotic version of his Broly voice.
Yeah. Again, my feet are going into the ground because they couldn't program the. What do you got to say, man? You don't have any business. Stay away. Yeah. Well. Screw you.
Whatever.
Damn it, that's the second
still-
that's the second time a rambunctious hedgehog has went past me despite me saying no.
I still love I still love how that's the answer. Just screw the rules.
Screw the rules, I got airships.
Eggman's machines are looking for you. What did you do this time?
I use air shadows.
Used what?
Because Mephiles looks just like
Air
him.
shadows. My brand.
Oh my god, no.
I'm gonna ask him directly.
Oh, Team Shadow. It's a cool idea,
Hey,
but
wait a sec.
I can handle this alone.
I don't mind them when they're working together. It's kind of like how I feel about the Chaotix. Like, my opinion on each individual member kind of varies, but them as a team I actually think work pretty well together.
Yeah.
well, yeah, they play off each other really nicely. Like Rouge is almost like the mother, like kind of like, oh, come on, you guys, kind of figure. Omega is just pure aggression, period, and Shadow is just pure angst.
GUNHQ.
Well, pure aggression when
Actually,
pure aggression when it wasn't the
Pull
Maddie
all available
Blaustein
data
era.
on an item called the Scepter of Darkness.
I was about to say, now I just had this image of, like, in my mind, just in terms of, like, the family parallels, I get the image of, like, Omega being, like, the rowdy, rambunctious child, and Shadow and Rouge are its mother.
I can see that.
Father.
The doctor's
Oh, we gotta get to the train. Hurry!
Oh,
Shadow,
I hated this level.
Shadow and Rouge are the mother. Yes.
The doctor's going to the train.
Yeah,
The
sorry,
doc-
I just
I'm
for
so
a second realized I forgot something.
I had a really bad image in my head
okay.
where it's like, the doctor's traveling by train. Shoot! He just fires a gun at someone just quickly. I gotta hurry! Just runs away. Train station. See, Sonic had to sneak in, but they just let Shadow in right away. So now we finally have caught up to both Shadow and Sonic at the same time. Because Sonic was trying to get to the train because the train had Elise on board, and Shadow is trying to get to the train because he wants the answers from the doctor. And because if the robots are looking after, because if the robots are going after Mephiles, that should mean that Eggman knows about Mephiles himself. Oh my gosh, momentum physics.
Now, when you stop and think about it, like, considering what Sonic has to deal with in this stage as well, isn't what Shadow doing here a little counterintuitive?
Well, it's so weird. It's like you have to imagine there are two trains, but they do actually make the trains look different when you look at them. While Sonic is trying to stop a people train from being blown up, Shadow is trying to stop Eggman's train, who's in front of him, who I like to think is in front of the people train, and Shadow's trying to stop it so that he can get a chance to attack it by turning on these laser fields. That's the best I can describe it. Alright, let's move.
Farewell to you, Egghead.
That freaking line was
dangerous.
That line was engraved in my fucking skull when I was going through.
Oh,
Oh, hey,
hey,
Sonic!
Meanwhile,
Where'd you come from?
Meanwhile, Sonic is catching up from behind Shadow to stop a people train. Because there's one person on that train who they had voice act. No, not the one person who actually was able to get paid to say something, not a crowd of people, but one person on that train is gonna die unless we can destroy enemies and activate that switch to blow up these blocks. Otherwise, they would have rammed into them.
I get the feeling
Oh,
that it's
goodness.
actually just... I get the feeling that it's just the one human, but it's filled with all of Eggman's goons just guarding her and just driving the train itself. And now that gives me an idea of one of these egg robots here, but with a conductor's hat.
All aboard the Eggman Express!
Okay. So, yeah, they're basically, once again, similar to the future stages. Shadow and Sonic pretty much go through the exact same stage, only they each have their own different train to stop and or save.
Yep. not to mention the second half of the stage is completely different for the both of them.
Yeah, one of them actually controls well. The other one has a crazy mock section. Whoa, explosion.
Well, okay, actually, you say that, Logan. Shadow doesn't have that much better, considering that at that point the game really wants you to use one of the more finicky vehicles.
The motorcycle.
By the way,
Yeah.
you guys don't look at explosion.
I wasn't even trying to look at that explosion. I don't care. This is very much a level where you're on a hidden timer. There's the timer in the upper left, but if you don't get to these trains in time, you will lose.
And why are you just going for single swimming attacks with Shadow?
Because of how finicky. Like I was like, woohoo!
Woohoo!
Anyway, no, because of how finicky the hitbox can be. Like sometimes I'll do a hit, but then it'll reposition me where my follow-up combo attacks don't do damage because of collision and some crap. On it, Sonic. Way ahead of you. It's very complicated, and again, trying to make everything work
Sonic,
properly
you can
in
just
chronological order was weird.
Sonic, you can leave all the questions to the player, not so much yourself.
It is true.
No, it's just like it's
Contractual obligation, buddy.
no, yeah, he's right. It's got to be like in Horizon Zero Dawn, where all the dialogue is, Object A. You have Object A? We're going to Location B. Location B? Well, we need to accomplish this. We need to accomplish Objective C. What's Objective C? That's literally all her dialogue for like half that game.
Actually,
even it's like any questions, any
meanwhile-
questions, Snake, questions.
Psycho Mantis.
And meanwhile, Allie's just doing wherever she's doing, going, I don't know why, but I have an intense sensation to want to strangle Logan.
I make that joking while I'm playing the game. The game is fun. Just whoa!
Ah!
Okay,
Oh
there.
boy.
Well, then again, I probably know better because I might have said
But-
a little bit worse about the game.
By the way, just pointing out again, the character that Logan is talking about is voiced by Tiny Tina.
Yep. And Tiny Tina I love. Again, I'm
Tiny
going back
Tina?
into Borderlands 2, and it's gonna be fun.
okay.
I've met her. She's a really nice
from
person.
Bob's Burgers.
Wait, you met Ashley Birch?
Yes, I got her to record something for a friend of mine, Shali, as well.
Damn you.
She's a cool
Aw.
person.
I imagine. And she actually does look like a pretty sweet person.
Nice. So, and again, this is the kind of level where do not. Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
Oh, jeez.
Crud,
You lucked out,
just
buddy.
made it. You just made it.
All right.
Don't bother with normal enemies. Just run.
Let's get moving.
You gotta catch up to that train.
Oh,
And
I
we
hated
only
this
have a
section. I
bike.
kept falling off the motorbike.
It's stupid, and the bike's very weak. And
Yeah, I don't like I do not like driving vehicles,
Why
especially
is
the
it-
bike.
Why is it for some reason I'm suddenly imagining Cubot just playing this game and being like,
Ah!
wow, this feels so slippery!
Oh boy.
Well, meanwhile, while he's having road troubles, Sonic's just going on foot like Shadow should have done.
Okay, I'm just going back because I'm sorry. I still love that joke. I just imagine like during
Working on
this,
it.
it's like, dammit, Sonic.
Oh come on! Fine, I'll go on.
Oh, come on! Come on!
Jeez.
I don't think he's gonna make it with that speed.
I'll make it. They do give you another bike up ahead because they're nice.
Well, that's good,
See?
at least. At least
There
they're
it is.
generous.
It's like, god dang it.
Oh.
Yep, gotta keep moving.
Do.
Oh
But
gosh.
right
Oh.
into a fence. Okay.
Oh
Oh, I
god.
hate
physically
block
shouldn't
speed
have-
sections.
I hate it so much. Let's go.
Wow, playing this either way
What
is a
about?
pain in the ass!
Now I can double dash whatever it is by tapping the A button, and meanwhile Sonic's trying to catch
What?
up to the same train. Now that the people train is saved, now Shadow and Sonic are both after the same train because that train has Princess Elise on it at the front.
By the way,
I'm working on Sonic, but meanwhile, while Sonic's trying to catch up to the train, Shadow. Here's my intended lore. Oh gosh, Shadow, stop shooting down the train!
Oh my god,
No, I
Shadow!
must get to them.
What's with you, Shadow?
I
I
need
thought we told you to lay out the guns.
No, I must destroy this train.
By the way,
Wow,
James,
Yes?
you do realize that you once again mixed up Orbot and Cubot, right?
I thought I said Cubot.
Earlier you
Duh.
said Orbot.
He did.
Land on one of those boosts,
whatever.
otherwise you're. Oh yeah, by the way, those boosts that I just landed on. If you don't land on one of those, you're gonna die.
Orbot would be the one to pull Cubot away from the crappy game anyway.
Because the boost wouldn't have pushed you up onto the ring. So, B.
He got a B,
Shadow
he got an
wins.
A.
Shadow wins. Yeah. If you
And
miss that boost,
now that you made that-
lose. Hype, go ahead and say your thing.
Now that you made that, like, I was about to say, now that you made that parallel of, like, Orbot being the one to pull him away from a game, I just have, like, this amusing little conversation between the two of them in my mind. It's like, Cubot, don't you think you would rather play a game that's a bit more artsy and influential? Oh, you mean something like Sonic Riders? Never mind.
Well, to be fair, it did have a pretty artsy intro.
It was. Alright, with that said, join us in the next part where we finally get to see another timely duel of hedgehogs clashing.
Till next time, everybody!
Bye!
Bye.
I promise not to fangasm anymore.